2. Closer camera view with a nice hue. That's what you're gonna get on this channel, bro. You're gonna get fucking rhymes like that. Just really quality stuff. Alright, let's talk a little bit more about dating like I was talking about on the last one. I'm just gonna dive right into it, right back into it. And just really hammer the dudes because, guys, you're fucking horrible. You're all horrible, right? We know this because of scientific data, aka TikToks, women doing TikToks, that clearly shows the numbers that all of us, every single one of us, men, is horrible, disgusting, and will kill. I can't even say that. Will unalive or essay someone, anyone, a woman, a cat, a garbage can, anything they can. Horrible thing, terrible. I mean, I saw a lady say that all men should, and even male babies should be, and I was like, yes, yeah, I agree, man, because what do men do? Like, what are they good for? Other than, stupid garbage like building houses and making sure the food gets to the grocery stores and growing the food and making sure that cars are built and that cars, when they break down, are fixed, and then drilling for the oil that goes in the cars, and the gas to make them run, and whatever. Like, what does that even mean? Shit's dumb. So yeah, they're useless. Like, we are useless. But so that you gotta understand, and dating, approaching it, understanding that we're absolutely useless. It's gonna be a bit more difficult because, yeah, I mean, you're nothing. We don't do anything. So, let me give you an example of the first date I had. Okay, I showed up. I was there basically pretty much on time, and she texted me and she said, "Oh, I'm here," and I immediately texted her back. And now keep in mind, she asked me like 10 times to go out, right? So, but I just checked again. I texted her and I said, "You're here. Are you sure you don't want me to punch myself in the face and then just leave before you get here, or run into the freeway and get hit by a car or something?" And she said no, and I was like, "Okay, cool. Wow, and I was like, this is a keeper, So she comes in, and I do just the bare minimum. I bow to her, full bow all the way down at the restaurant, and I hold it for about a minute 45. And I stand up, and she looked a little irritated, and I was like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "You should have done it 2 minutes at least." And I'm like, "Oh my God, you're right," So right off the bat, I'm blowing it. She's right. Anyways, we get seated, and she says, she goes, "Oh, this menu, looks nice." She goes, "I think I'm gonna order, the chicken tacos, and I forget what the drink was." And I was like, "Oh, sounds good." And then she goes, "Yeah, and then I'm gonna get probably like 17 of the drink." It was like, and I was like, "Yeah, get it. You deserve it. It's like a $60 drink, But I was like, "Get 17 of them. Yeah, queen." So, and she's like, "What are you gonna get?" And I was like, "Honestly, whatever you tell me to get, I will get." And she said, she was like, "Well, I would prefer that you just not eat, and I understand like that I'm paying for it, but again, like, yeah." I was like, "Yeah, okay, no worries." I was like, "I'm pretty hungry." I didn't say it out loud, but inside I was like, "I'm pretty hungry." But yeah, no, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I don't need food to live or anything." I'm like, "You get whatever you want, and those 17 drinks, and hell yeah, I'll just smell it," And she was like, "Okay, cool." So she ordered all her stuff, and then we're talking, and I was like, "So what do you?" And then she cut me off, and she just goes, "You're talking too much." And I was like, "Oh yeah," I said, "What? Wait, what, dude? Yeah, that's 3 syllables." And I was like, "Oh, dude, 3 syllables, shut up." So I was like, You're right." I was like, I'll shut up," and I stopped. And then I think like 5 seconds after that, she was like, "You're not saying anything. You're really boring." And I was like, "Fuck, I knew it." And I just said, "Yeah, I know, it's fucking idiot," And I felt dumb. I apologized, and then I said, I was like, "Excuse me, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and punch myself the in the balls." And she's like, "Thank you." And I said, "You're welcome." So I did that. Came back. Her food was there. Her drinks were there, and so she's crushing her food. She's drinking, down in her drinks, and I'm watching, and then I was like, "Are you enjoying your food?" And she goes, "Shut up." And I said, "Yes, yeah, stupid." I was like, "Why am I trying to say something while she's eating?" And then so she eats her food, and it looked delicious. I'm super hungry, but at this point I don't have any more money because I know that the 17 drinks, all that's gonna take all my money, and that's cool because queen, right? She's a queen. So she's done. We're all done. The waiter comes up, and she looks at me and she goes, "Money, him." And I was like, "Yes, you got it." So I pull out my card, and she looked, and she goes, "It's not." I forget what it was. She goes, "What's wrong with your card?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "Why is it not a black elite MasterCard or whatever?" And I said, "Oh, because I'm not a millionaire, I said, I do well for myself, but I'm not a millionaire." And she goes, "Gross." And I go, I know, sorry. I'm basically broke. And she's like, "Yeah." And so anyways, I paid for it. I think it was $800 or something like that. And then she did not thank me, which I didn't expect her to do, because what did I even really do? What did I do that she couldn't have done herself? Anyway, so we walk out, and I go, "So did you have a nice time?" She goes, "Yeah, it was okay." And I was like, thank you. I felt so good. It felt really good. It was really warm, and felt really warm inside. And I was like, cool. So do you want to do this again? And she goes, "I don't know, text me." And she's like, "If you're down to, buy more stuff for me next time, then yeah." And I was like, this could be the one, So she left, and I texted her right after. I said, "I had a really nice time. Thank you." And she texted me back, and she texts the most beautiful thing. Honestly, she texts, cool, but she spelled it like CULL, and I was like, man, that's dope, And I said, "I hope you have a great night, good evening, and I will talk to you soon." And then she just texted me back a thumbs up, and I was like, that's so dope, because that means good, it's a good thing. So that's my dating story, and I just want you guys to take that. Look how I approached that situation, dude. I handled that shit like a boss, like an alpha male, and I went out with a queen, that an absolute boss queen, and and the rewards that I got for that were amazing. I got a text message that said "cool" in a really cool way. I got, an amazing experience, a life experience with a person that can't even put into words how amazing they are. And so take this story. I know it's a bit long, but take this story that there are still great experiences out there. You just have to make sure you find the right one, because I did. Long story short, we're still seeing each other. And it's been 16 months, 18 months. We have not slept together. We haven't kissed yet. We're taking it slow. But we've been on hundreds of dates. I've spent $77,000 on her, and she deserved every penny. And she one time she brought me half of her bagel. So there you go. Love is out there.